What's up, millionaires? It's your boy Millionaire E coming at you with a movie review. Now, the movie we're going to be talking about is Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, let's get into it. But before we get started, spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen this movie yet or seen Loki 1 and Loki 2, or Loki Season 1 and Season 2. I won't be spoiling Loki, but I'm going to be talking about that. And also, if you have not seen Logan, you should check that out as well, because I will give a spoiler. It's going to be a major spoiler for Logan. Now, Logan is an old movie, but also, if you are not one, you like superhero movies, but you're not one for, blood, gore, or dropping MFs or, GDs, I advise you kind of stay away from this movie. Because this is Deadpool, of course. Now, let's get into this movie. So, the movie is about where it's kind of Deadpool trying to find himself, meaning find where does he belong, or that feeling that he gets. Because he feels minuscule, I believe. It's either minuscule or he wants to be like an Avenger, but he can't. He wants to prove something to himself because, he's having problems with his wife, or his girlfriend, I believe. Which, interestingly enough, he saved her in the first movie, and they're not together in this movie. Well, not in the first one, but the second one. So I was like, wow, that's really interesting. But, what ends up happening is kind of the baseline plot of it is, he gets this offer from the TVA to work in the TVA, which, like I said, I was going to be talking about the TVA, which they are the Time Variant Authority. They basically deal with different types of variants. So, like I said, I advise you to watch Loki, because you can kind of find some of the stuff that happens in this movie in there. Now, they're like, you can either work here or go back to your dying timeline, because, spoiler alert, in Logan, since Logan died, your whole timeline is kind of basically gonna disappear. And we need you to do something about that. Or you can just kind of work for us. Or they're not even saying like, well, you can do something about it. No, they're like, bleep it, but you can work for us. So there's that. And that's kind of like the plot. I won't kind of go into it because there's a lot of other stuff that goes on into the movie. But getting into like the things that I liked and I did not like about the movie. Now, the first things that I did like were the fight scenes. The fight scenes were funny. And each fight scene, if I'm not mistaken, it had like a song behind it, which made it even more hilarious and serious as well. And the first one we're going to be talking about is the one that I'm sure everyone, if you have not even seen this movie, you have seen or either heard this song played 1,000 times. Even in Fortnite, they have an emote for it. And it's the Bye 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 song by the Backstreet Boys, where he literally, this man, goes to Logan's grave, takes his skeleton out, and is like, well, darn, I thought I could wake you up, but I guess not. TVA comes in, and they're like, hey, we're coming to arrest you. This man uses every single bone in Logan's body while the Backstreet Boys are playing. I never wanna see you out that door, baby, bye, bye, bye. It was so hilarious. Because it's just funny, it's goofy, and it's how Deadpool would fight. Deadpool's the type of person that's not going to be like, oh, I'm like a ninja, bam, 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 I got to take out these different people. No, Deadpool's going to do something stupid to kill somebody. And then the next scene, like not the very next scene, but the next fight scene, which is the first scene that he fights Wolverine. That was also just as funny. Or not even funny, but it was the way, like, it was so cool how it was done. So basically, I want y'all to kind of think about it. You've got Deadpool and Wolverine, and they've kind of had a little bit of a clash. And Deadpool has lost the ammo. I don't know what they're called. Name's not coming to me. But in his guns, the ammo clips. Yeah, the ammo clips. And they're on this little platform here. And what this man does is, like, in a matter of seconds, he stomps on the platform. The clips, like, fly up. He does some type of weird movement where the clips go into both his guns. then does another move, it cocks it back, and then starts bam, 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 right at Wolverine. And it's like in a matter of seconds, it was so cool. I had to pull it back and see it. So I was like, that was really cool. And like I said, the music behind it, like, they're playing I Hear You Calling, I think by Madonna, When You Call My Name, all those fight scenes, those were hilarious. And then even Deadpool himself, like, I feel like Ryan Reynolds knows how to play Deadpool well. He's been funny in like the last two movies. And it's like in this movie, he's making all these different jokes. Of course, he breaks the fourth wall. He's making like different jokes about different types of like different types of other things. Like even like one thing, of course, spoiler alert, where he's trying to find the right Wolverine and he goes back to different Wolverine variations, which on a side note was really cool. Even though I did not know those different variations, I was like, oh, I recognize those from different comics. Because I do read some comics, but I don't read those comics. And I had to look it up. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. But one of the variants of Wolverine that he saw was Henry Calvin. And what's funny is he was basically sitting there like, oh my God, it's you. And he's like, I know that the other neighborhood has not been very nice to you. Of course, hinting to DC, which is funny because that's something that Deadpool would do. So I really like the Deadpool quirkiness of it. And then actually the characters that we got to see. Channing Tatum as Gambit. And it's funny because what I'm about to say, Deadpool made the exact same joke, but he was like, with Gambit, there were some of the things I could not understand. And Deadpool's like, can I get a translator or something? So yeah, Gambit was hilarious. They even had like, what's really cool is they had like old characters like Wesley Snipes' Blade had came up there, also Jennifer Gardner as the Elytra, and then X-23 from, of course, Logan. So it's like all that, it's just a really nice movie, like a really kind of bundle of joy. I mean, I know most people might be tired of the multiverse, but I liked it. Now, as far as some of the things that I did not like, and there, trust me, it's only a few. And one of them would be kind of being that I'm like, I have a relationship with God and stuff. I'm like, there were some things I was like, I didn't like that. Where like in one scene, Blind, I was like, I've been praying. I don't remember how she said it, but she was like, I've been praying to somebody to smite you or the devil to smite you because the Lord ain't got no balls to kill you. And I was like, ooh, yeah, I don't like that. And then even like Wolverine was all like, God's greatest joke on to Earth is giving you a healing factor because you cannot die. And I was like, I don't know about that. And another thing I will say that at first I thought about, I was like, okay, that's weird, but I kind of pushed it off because I'm like, it's a Deadpool movie. Of course it's gonna be that way. And let me explain. Like, basically, if you've watched the trailers, they were kind of hinting between a fight between two characters. And you think that it's gonna be this like this serious long fight where they're gonna have a really cool fight scene, just bam, 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 like just like the fight scenes in the movie. And when you see this fight scene, it's like it's completely one-sided. Completely. And I was like, at first I was like, okay, I wish I could have seen, because it's portrayed that it would be a long battle, but it's like after you see it, you're like, oh dang. and I and then I kind of thought, I was like, okay, you know what? This is a Deadpool movie, so that is something that Deadpool would do, or that's something that would happen in a Deadpool movie. They're like, hey, look, there's gonna be this big battle between this one character, and it's like, nah, this dude gets shot. He doesn't actually get shot, but it's like, nah, he gets he gets killed off immediately. So other than that, like I said, the movie was really funny. I love the cameos. Of course, spoiler alert, Captain America, no, not Captain America, but Johnny Storm, but same actor kind of lingo thing was hilarious as well. Like, Deadpool thought he saw Captain America, but then the dude was like, flame on! He was like, oh, darn. But yeah, it's a funny movie. And I would say, if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. They have like, I don't know if it's still playing in the movie theaters, but they do have like different DVDs. Now, the one that I didn't get like, it had like I heard that they have different types of they have like extra stuff in those DVDs, and I didn't get that one. I just got this one. But I encourage you, check it out if you are fine with that stuff. Other than that, and also tell me what you thought about the movie if you've seen it, and if you haven't, check it out and tell me what you thought about it. Remember, like the video, share with your fam. If you're subscribed, click that bell icon to be notified for more videos. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, y'all. Have a blessed day, I'll see y'all later. Bye.